We are online. This is the 19th. Is
Yep,
it the 19th?
it is.
Sending of the Killer Catch crew. And we are actually now missing an episode from our three ladies on the edge because the last sending was made in Boston and it's still on somebody else's computer. So we are working on it. Don't worry. It'll happen. It'll happen.
It's quite frightening.
Yeah, and I think that like 5 minutes into that podcast, I decided it's time for me to go and sleep, which was, yeah, it was pretty apt. We're going to be uploading it as soon as I get it. And yeah, it's funny. It was funny.
Yeah,
It was good
I
times.
talked a, I talked a lot.
Yeah, and you
I
had the
tend to do
special
that.
guest.
Yeah, Mooney,
Yeah.
Mooney, the special guest.
Yes.
So
Yes, we will be uploading a special episode. Maybe even today. We'll see about that. Today, this is gonna be Nello and KP podcast because Katie, who has just had the pleasure of moving to warmer grounds, she's missing in action. We have high hopes that she has been representing us very thoroughly um, in true intoxicating style. So that's a big hand for intoxicating for keeping, as we say in Finland, keeping the flag high. Um, in Kilekat's crew, otherwise, this week has been a bit short on the metal news front. I think, Chrissy, you can agree.
yep.
You haven't found anything, because I haven't. Yeah.
The only thing that's kind of been exciting is the whole Phil Ensemble thing, but
Yeah, that was Phil Anselmo did some white power hailing at the gig and blamed it on the white wine.
yeah,
If we could get an award for all the times we blamed something on the wine, well, yeah, we'd have a lot of awards. But we've seen some responses after that from the likes of Machine Heads, Rob Flynn, and now All Shall Perish. Everybody's trying to get the 5 seconds of extra fame commenting on that thing, making a point about not being racist. I don't give a fuck. He does what he does, and they do what they do. Who cares? I don't. Probably they do.
he's always done this, so I don't see why it's that big of a surprise. He's always been a big jerk.
Yeah, I mean, he's done stupid things, so who gives a fuck? I only cares what he does on stage and what he does for material, which isn't that good nowadays, but I mean, yeah, he had his moments.
And for people to say that they're never going to listen to Pantera again, Pantera didn't have anything to do with what he did.
Exactly. I mean, Pantera was a band that he was a part of. They did their thing together, and that was good. If he does something now, why should we care? I mean, I'm never going to listen to Pantera. Yeah, okay. Well, if that's your thing, then that's your thing. That's like, yeah.
I will say that his apology, he should have done that right away instead of coming out with his tweet saying, grow thicker skin, blah, blah, blah. It's like, dude, just come out and say you're apologetic to begin with and shut your pie hole.
Yeah, I mean, people do stupid things drunk, and then you just say, I'm sorry, and that's it. I mean,
just say you're sorry and move on and whatever. But
yeah.
Whatevs.
Whatevs. On the more positive side of things, the Iggy Pop Just Home project is moving ahead, and there are tickets on sale now to their gigs. I am looking forward to that. You might not consider it quite metal, but it's Iggy fucking Pop.
Right.
Plus Josh. So, yeah. So that's on my positive list on the Metro News side. That although for many it came from nowhere, there's some tracks online, and yeah, the tickets are on sale now. So get yours while you can. I'm pretty sure it's going to be amazing. And Iggy Pop is my very awkward bridge into the deaths that have been happening this month. Today is the last day of January, and January has been full of mysterious and not so mysterious deaths of musicians. And many have wondered why Iggy Pop was not in that. Well, he's a tough ass bitch. So that didn't happen. So far, we've seen the deaths of, well, Lemmy was just before January.
Yeah.
And then David Bowie. Then Alan Rickman. He's not a musician, but he's Alan fucking Rickman. Then, what was next?
We had Dale Griffin from Mott the Hoople, Glenn Frey from the Eagles, Jimmy Bain from Dio and Rainbow. I threw in Abe Vigoda. He was an actor. He was in The Godfather.
Oh yeah, Godfather.
And then we just had Paul Kantner, one of the co-founders of Jefferson Airplane. He just passed away on the 28th. And yeah, it's just been boom, 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 one right after the other.
Yeah.
All these iconic people losing their lives. Most of it to cancer. So fuck cancer. And,
Yeah.
Another notable one I noticed was Natalie Cole. You know, she's not metal, but everyone knows her dad was Nat King Cole. And
Yeah, precisely.
you know, somewhere along the line he influenced somebody, and she had a beautiful voice. And yeah, she was another one. And they were all around the same ages, anywhere from 65 to 67, 69, 70 years old. I mean, granted, they're all up there in age, but it's still sad to see them go. And then it was just weird to see them all one right after the other.
Yeah,
In January.
just
End of December into January. Like, it was like one every 2 days almost. And
yeah, there's so many dead now that you lost count at some point. We even had the best percussionist in Finland. He was only 30 years old. He also passed away a week ago. It was just like out of nowhere. People just keep dying. And I don't know what it is. Compared to last year when the biggest death seemed to be the death of Leonard Nimoy and Edgar from Tangerine Dream. Those were the biggest ones making headlines. Well, compared to that, this 2016 has really got off on the wrong foot.
right.
And there's bound to be at least one in all of those people who have passed away that touches a person in some way. So
Right.
I don't think anybody was left unaffected by this month. So I'm glad it's over, and I hope that February is going to be a lot easier.
Yeah. The one for me that really affected me was David Bowie.
Same here.
When I was little kid, as soon as I heard Space Oddity, I was like, I love this song. And that's been like one of my favorite songs my whole life. And I noticed that as I changed, as I grew up, he changed. So it's like him and I kind of changed at the same times. So it's like, yeah, I went through my Duran Duran phase and, you know, but he went through his Modern Love phase, and, you know, and then after that he changed into this and went into kind of an industrial thing, and I was into my metal thing, and it was just weird. Like, I grew up with David Bowie, like, as an adult too, and it was just weird that he was gone. And it was like, oh, not Bowie. Come
Yeah,
on.
that was a horrible day. I had the worst exam on that day. That went really badly. And then when I was waiting for my train to arrive, so I got this message like shit keeps happening now, Bowie. And I thought that was like, I didn't like pay attention. And then suddenly on Facebook, I see someone posting a rest in peace. And that totally crushed me. For myself, I didn't like live the Space Oddity phase at all. I started from Let's Dance when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
I was born in 1980. But like you said, it was funny that when I got into industrial metal, suddenly Bowie comes out with Outside, and that was just, that, and then what came after with Earthling, what came then with Hours, everything. That just, those are my favorite albums of all time, along with some from Kate Bush and Peter Gabriel. So for me, this was really devastating. I really loved the Black Star video when it came out. I think I did a shout out for it.
Yeah.
And I thought it was just being really artistic. And after he died, it just put a whole new perspective into that whole new video with its worship and the images with the button-eyed man. So now it's really creepy to watch it.
Yep.
I haven't been able to watch Lazarus yet. I think I'm going to give it more months before I can actually watch that.
It's really good.
I believe.
It's really creepy, but it's really good. It's really good.
I'm going to have to stabilize myself before I get into that.
My hair's already standing on end. It's like, I think about it, and it's really good.
Yeah, he was a true artist to the last bit. So here's the Bowie. I'm gonna score you with my coffee here. Because yes, it's morning. You have something else in your mug, I think.
Yeah, I have my Bullet Rye whiskey, so Bowie.
That was a great man.
Yep.
Great man and a great life.
Of course, the other notable one that took over Facebook, and it was funny because everyone called it Lemmy Book for a couple days, was Lemmy. And I told everyone, it's like I was a Motorhead fan, but I never owned any Motorhead albums. Being a metalhead, everyone's like, what? You never owned Motorhead? And it's like, no, I went and seen them live. I've seen Motorhead. I actually met Lemmy like 25 years ago. I wish I would have met him now because I'm a little more normal. Like I would have treated him a little more normal. Like, hey dude, what's up? Like, not. I actually was like, oh my god, that's Lemmy.
So you were all fat girl.
Yeah, totally. And my boyfriend did the most perfect imitation of, because I don't remember what he said to me or whatever, because it was so long ago. And he probably said, how you doing, darling? And I was like, that's probably what he said.
Yeah. Because
he was just shooting pool. He was playing pool with the guitar player from Faith No More before at First Avenue in Minneapolis. And I was like, oh my God, that's Lemmy. And then he came walking by and I, asked if I could like shake his hand or whatever. And because I was only like, 23 or something like that. So still pretty fangirlish. But I wish I would have met him now, because then I would have been like, hey, let's have a drink. Would have been totally more normal about it. But I was more a fan of Lemmy than I was of Motorhead. Even though I like Motorhead. But Lemmy was always just Lemmy.
Yeah, he was a personality all by himself, even without the band.
Yep. So I've always liked Lemmy as a person, just as himself. And so yeah, that was really sad when he passed away too, because he just seemed like one of those people that would never die.
Yeah.
kind of like Keith Richards or Iggy Pop.
Yeah.
They just keep living,
But maybe of all those, I think Lemmy seemed the weakest. his sicknesses had come to light, so the cancer was just like top of the iceberg, I think. So
Right.
Lemmy's death was more predictable than what happened with the others, but still, it was a devastating loss. And I do love the Finnish milk commercial
Yeah.
they made, because you can see that he's really, really frail with his cane and with his sunken face. But at the same time, when he starts smiling, you just go, oh, look at that, he's still an asshole.
Yeah.
Although he's not an asshole, but he's still, he's got it. Even at the last moment, he's got it.
Yep. Yeah, that was awesome. That made me smile. So
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
He was one of the good ones. Let's hope we get more good ones in the future. And I hope that David Bowie, Lemmy, and Freddie Mercury, I hope they are putting up the greatest band up there or down there somewhere in other dimensions, because
Right.
it'd be cool. Which reminds me of Katie. Why isn't Katie here?
Yeah.
Because she couldn't remember the name of Freddie Mercury's band, so she just said the one with AIDS, and I was like, yeah. Well, that's one way of putting it, Queen. Which brings us to the next topic, which is tours of 2016. This is my next very awkward bridge to the next topic, because in the tours of 2016, Queen is touring with Adam Lambert, and I'm gonna go see them because
That's awesome,
I
actually.
love Adam Lambert and I love Queen. Because I think, I don't know what you guys think, but I think he actually, in terms of how he sings and like how he acts on stage, nobody can ever fill Freddie Mercury's boots. I mean, that's impossible. But I think he's done a pretty good job, and I really want to see that. I'm looking forward to that tour, amongst others. And that and the Iggy Pop project tour. Plus, I've seen that there's going to be quite a lot of metal tours
Yes.
in the works. What do you got coming up in the States?
Well, for me, it's exciting because obviously we have Blastfest coming up in Norway, which is the all Norwegian lineup,
Yes.
which you and I get to go to. Yes. And one of the headliners there is Abath. And then when I come back is the Decibel Tour.
Oh.
And the headliner for the Decibel Tour is Abath. So when I come back, I get to see him again. And that happened last year after I came back from Blastfest last year. I went, they had, I can't think who it is now. Because I'm looking at my list here and I got all these other bands. At the Gates.
Oh.
At the Gates played the night I landed. So it's like I had just seen At the Gates the night before in Norway. And then I came back here and I was like, oh, I'm going to go see him again. So I went and seen him again. So it was great. So it'll be kind of nice because I'll get to see him a couple days after I get back again.
That's perfect.
But, the Decibel Tour is with High on Fire, Skeleton Witch, and now Tribulation's been added to that, which I'm excited because I missed them the last time they played because they got stuck in one of the cities because their bus broke down. The time before that, I missed them because I was out of town. Been dying to see Tribulation again, and I'm hoping they can make it back to Minneapolis for at least for this tour. And they're my number one that I want to see. Them and obviously Abath, but then we also have Amon Amarth is coming on tour in the States, and of course Slayer, which I think personally will be their last go around. I don't think Tom Araya will be able to tour anymore after this. I think his back is too screwed up.
Yeah.
And
it is very probable.
And of course we all know how Kerry King is. He's kind of like the Gene Simmons of Slayer. He'll probably try to keep it going somehow, but he's done it. I mean, it's him and Tom are the last original. I'm sure if Tom's not around, he'll find somebody to step in for him, but I don't think he can replicate Tom Araya's voice. He can't. There's just something about that scream. And
yeah, that's something that I wouldn't. You can't replace the old Indian chief. It just doesn't happen.
That's right. So I'm gonna go see that just because I just have this inkling it's going to be the last time that they're going to come around. But then there's a couple smaller tours coming through. Primitive Man, they're coming through, and I'm only going to mention this because I've mentioned Hive on the show before. They're actually playing with Primitive Man when they come here. And so everyone, when Primitive Man comes to Minneapolis, come check them out and go check out Hive because Hive kicks ass. And there's another kind of a grindcore band called Wake going on tour too. And when they come here, Hive's also playing with them. So I'm going to mention that too. That's my, I guess that could kind of be my shout out, I guess, a little bit. But although I do have another shout out in mind. But those are the tours I have listed for the States anyway, that I could think of off the top of my head. So
yeah, that's cool. The only other tour that's that I'm gonna mention now is that the Nightwish tour of the States.
Oh yeah.
The States and Canada. It's coming up shortly and it's selling out quickly. I'm seeing these sold out announcements from the management daily. So if you want to get some tickets, do it now, because this tour is probably going to be the last before they start focusing on the new album again, and everybody knows how long it's going to take. So if you want to go see them, go get your ticket now. Otherwise.
Oh, the other one I forgot totally. Toka.
Take.
Toka Take. I can never know how to pronounce that. Take. They're coming here too.
Just think about that.
That's how I thought it was, and then I hear other people pronounce it different. So I don't know.
Take. You heard it here first.
Take. Gotcha. Okay, yeah. They're touring too, so I will be checking that out for sure.
Yeah, that's gonna be a fun show. They are really up the ante on touring antics lately. It's been a really good show for the last years. Every time I witness them live, it's really energy packed. So I really recommend that if you just have a chance, just go see Take. It's gonna be amazing.
The venue they're playing here is nice and intimate, so I'm really excited.
Okay, in that case, also stay out of the front row because Ariane is like really good on those punk rock kicking antics. And I don't think he means it, but it can happen. So stay close, not too close. Make sure he knows that you're there.
All right, I'll keep that in mind.
So that was our bit on the touring things taking form now. So make sure you get your tickets to all the gigs you need to, because it's becoming a trend that we were just talking about, the trend that usually when you were a kid you could just decide that you're going to see a gig or go to the movies and you bought your ticket at the door. Nobody can do that anymore. Get your tickets in advance. It's best for the tour because then the tour is going to be a lot safer. Plus, it's going to be safer for you because then you won't miss any good bits. So get your tickets now.
And it guarantees the show will go on.
Exactly, because when they see that there's a good pre-sale, that's going to be such a good thing for the promoter that they're going to bring that band back again. So it isn't just about like confirming your place at the show. It's also about confirming that your favorite bands are going to be coming back again and again, and that they are going to be seen as trusted money makers. Because we live in a capitalist world. Sorry. So
Yeah.
what can you do, really?
Money. It's
Yeah.
all about the money.
It's all about the fucking money. Which reminds me, my shout out for this week is it's not about the money, but there are signs in the air that Triumphator is coming back. They had some secret rehearsals and some secret recordings going on in Sweden. So those of you who liked that first and only album, keep your ears peeled, because I think that there's going to be some good stuff coming your way. So check out Triumphator if you haven't checked them out yet. It was a long time ago they released something the last time, but it's still out there. So go check them out. What do you have, KP, for your shout out this week?
I'm not Katie. I'm KP.
KP! I said KP.
Oh, I thought you said Katie.
I did. No. I said KP.
Okay. I have a band from Oslo, Norway. They're not new. They've been around for a while. They're called Svartjern. And they're very good. And I just mention them because I know some people that listen or watch this show might not have heard of them before, and you should check them out. And I will link one of their videos so that you can check it out. They have a couple demos out from 2005, 6, and 8. And they have 3 full lengths out from 2009, 2011, and 2014. And so, yeah, check them out. Go buy their shit. And you heard it from me. They're good.
You heard it here first.
That's right. Even though they've been around for a while. But yeah, if you're from here and you've never heard them before, then yeah, definitely check them out. And my dog just farted, and it was absolutely disgusting.
Oh. Well, ending with a dog fart, and hoping that Katze doesn't fart. This was all for this week. Try not to die in the cloud of methane back home there, Chrissy. We are hoping that Katie will be sober enough to join us next week, or if not sober, just awake. Awake is good enough for us.
And have an Apple cord for her MacBook.
Oh yeah, that's yes. Also something that we hope for.
Yes, the farter.
Oh, Asia.
Fart machine. You fart machine.
Yeah, maybe that was Asia's way of saying, "Mommy, come here."
That's right. So, show's over.
So I'm gonna let KP go to Asia, and Asia, don't look at us that way. We're really nice people. This is Killer Catch Crew saying over and out. Nello saying bye bye.
Toodles. Thanks for watching.